good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching this, y'all. I am in my car. I am just trying to wake up still. That's how much I love y'all. I'm recording this when I'm still trying to get it together. But first, I wanted to get us together because, listen, this season that we're in, if you haven't already noticed, if you haven't already experienced it, we are in a season of pivoting. For the saints are, God, the Lord is requiring us to pivot in this season. So some of you all might have already received some sort of instruction where you're like, oh man, the Lord wants me to pivot in my business or my family or even my location or the way that I operate in my day-to-day life. It might be your health, it might be whatever the case may be. There is a requirement in this season that the Lord is pressing on his people to pivot. And what do I mean by pivot? Pivoting is really turning a different direction. And so some of you all might have already received instructions, or maybe you've been feeling this in your heart for a while. Some of you may not even realize that that's what you're feeling, like God wanting you to pivot. And you're wondering why all of these things aren't working. All the things that have worked before are suddenly not working anymore. Some things that are tried and true that you have depended on for years, maybe even decades, that are just not working. And you're wondering why. It's because the Lord is trying to show you, friend, it's time to pivot. It's time to pivot in your business. It's time to pivot where you live. It's time to pivot your associations. It's time to turn a different direction and leave what you knew. And that's scary. That is scary. It comes with a lot of fear, uncertainty. And a lot of the times when the Lord tells us to pivot in any way, it defies all logic. What we know to be true. And it can be hard to trust the Lord. Especially when you're wondering, when the resources and the time or whatever or the people are nowhere in sight. Like, where are these people? Are they just going to pop out of thin air, Lord? Like, what do you mean you want me to pivot in this way? But I want to encourage you, okay? I want to encourage you in that the Lord equips and he provides. He equips, he empowers, he helps, and he provides. No matter if he spoke it, it is true. He is the truth. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Everything he says has to be true. Has to be true. And the more that it defies the logic that you have and the perception of how things should be and what other people say, and it sounds too big, too impossible, it is probably the Lord. What did Jesus tell us? He told us that what is impossible with man is possible with God. And the Lord tells us in Isaiah, I think 41, verse 10-ish, he says, "Fear not, I will be with you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand." So you're not doing this alone. You're not. This requirement of pivoting does not require that you strive and do it all on your own. And it takes great faith to make that shift. But I encourage you, it can be done. Look at our father Abraham, okay? The Lord told him to leave a place that he's known all his life and go to a new land. He was not familiar with this land. And look, the Lord was making some big promises. He was talking. Huh? You're gonna have, I mean, that covenant that he made with Abraham, though, if he did not pivot in the way that he would, God would have found someone else to fulfill that covenant. But the covenant that we have with the Lord, oh my goodness, is all because one man decided to trust the Lord and pivot. Period. Period. So I want to encourage all of you. And some of you might not even realize that the Lord is requiring you to pivot because it looks like a feeling or a time where you're feeling feelings maybe you've never felt before. Sadness, anxiety, or people are leaving your life, or just things are not working, things are different. The Lord, in his goodness and his wisdom, he gives us free will, but he also gives us a gut, an instinct, not only to protect ourselves, but also to hear him, which is the ultimate safety. Okay, so be encouraged by that. I wanted this to be like 5 minutes, so it could be like 5-minute faith kind of thing, but this season is giving very much pivot, and it's time for you to pivot, sis, bro. It's time for you to do it. Listen, and you don't have to do it alone. Find a community. Find a trusted person who you know has faith in the Lord and what he can do. And have that person be your accountability partner in the faith. But yeah, I mean, you're not alone. You're not alone. I hope this blessed you. I hope this encouraged you. Until next time, to the next video, I'm going to be more awake. I just realized. Ew. Listen, that's how you know this is a real channel. I still got woogs in my eyes, okay? Period. But bless you. Lord bless you and keep you. And see you at the next video. That was the longest conclusion ever. But, all right. Bye.